All right, Shalom, Shalom. First and foremost, call I'm La Alahaina wa Yahweh by Shem Shai by Shem Harakakodash. I want to give double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who we will teach well, and a hearty Shalom to the elect. All right, I want to say say Thawadi Abba Shem Shai for allowing me to do this lesson, and we must fear the Lord. All right, to fear the Lord is to have that reverence and respect for Him. Okay. Him meaning Yahweh, why Yahweh Shai, all right? Having that reverence and that respect for them, okay? If you don't have that reverence and respect for the Lord, you're not going to do what it is that He commands you to do out of respect for Him, okay? All right? Such as keeping the commandments, all right? Uh, Keeping the commandments, in a sense, they lead to life, all right? What I mean by that is if you break the commandments, the Lord can put you to death. But if you don't break the commandments, which we are all, when I say we, I mean the Israelites. When I say all, I mean the Israelites. We are all subject to sin, okay? But if we check that sin, which is an actionable thing, with the fear, which is reverence to the Lord or for the Lord, then we will not, commit that act of atrocity against the Lord, which is iniquity or sin, okay? This is Luke chapter 12 and verse 1. It says here, in the meantime, when there were gathered together an innumerable multitude of people, and so much that they trode upon one another, he began to say his disciples, first of all, beware ye the leaven of the Pharisees, which is hypocrisy. For there is nothing covered that shall not be revealed, neither hid, which like it, that shall not be known. Therefore, whatsoever ye have spoken in darkness shall be heard in the light, and that which ye have spoken in the ear and closets shall be proclaimed upon the housetops. So things that people do, whether it's in secret or try to cover something up, the Lord will bring it out. Like with that one guy from the Sakari camp, he just got all his dirty laundry aired out, um, and with this dirty laundry being aired out, I'm not even sure if he's still teaching or anything of that nature anymore. But if he's not, it doesn't matter to me. I don't care. Um, but when somebody is that prideful and that arrogant, the Lord will bring you down, and the Lord brought that man down with bringing about his secrets, Um, but the things that you do in secret, the Lord will uh, bring them out. But that's why you need to move in the fear of the Lord, because if you move in the fear of the Lord, all right, you will not do things that will compromise the truth, that won't compromise your integrity, all right, and who you are becoming. Also, with the fear of the Lord, you'll be able to move and be within wisdom, okay? Because that's what the fear of the Lord is wisdom, and we're gonna get that here in a second. Um, this is Luke 12 and 4. And I say unto you, my friends, be not afraid of them that can kill the body, after that have no more that they can do. But I will forewarn you whom ye shall fear. Fear him which after he hath killed hath power to cast into hell. Yet I say unto you, fear him. All right. And that hell that people will be casted into, all right, is that thermonuclear missile fire. Okay. All right. If you if you do not fear the Lord, it's gonna lead you to a life of sin and transgression. And within that life of sin and transgression, you're gonna get thrown in that fire. All right. And that fire, all right, is thermonuclear missiles. It's that second death. Okay. This is Revelations chapter 21 and verse 7. The point is in 8. It says here, he that overcometh shall inherit all things, and I will be his power, and he shall be my son. But in order for you to overcome, you need to fear the Lord, because it's the Lord that's going to allow you to overcome all the trials and tribulations, the things that you're going to go through and have gone through and will go through. It's the Lord that's allowing you to overcome them. So in order to overcome them, you need to have that respect and reverence to the Lord. Okay? All right, you need to have that respect and reverence to the Lord. You have that respect and reverence to the Lord. As we're going to get in some scriptures, the Lord's going to look out for you, you know? It says here, verse 8, it says, but the fearful and unbelieving and the abominable and murderers and whoremongers and sorcerers and all idolaters and all liars shall have their part in the lake which burneth with fire and brimstone, which is the second death. And all these characteristics that was named off in verse 8, these are attributes or characteristics of somebody who does not fear the Lord. Okay? This is from somebody who does not fear Yahweh Shem El Shai. So if you fear the Lord, these characteristics won't be within you. All right. I think it's Ephesians. All right, this is Ephesians chapter 5 and verse 1. It says, be ye therefore followers of Yahweh as dear children, and walk in love as Hamashiach also have loved us, and hath given himself for us an offering and sacrifice to Yahweh for a sweet smelling savor. But fornication and all uncleanliness and covetousness, let it not be named once among you as becometh saints. So covetousness and uncleanliness, those characteristics cannot be within you, or if those characteristics are within you, you have to push those characteristics out, do things that's opposite of covetousness and uncleanliness. Okay, verse 4 says, neither filthiness nor foolish talking nor jesting, which are not convenient, but rather giving of thanks. So if you do any of these things, all right, foolish talking, filthiness, all right, or being jesting, I think that's like a clown or somebody that, makes jokes. All right. Don't be in that mindset. All right. Verse 5 says, for this ye know that no whoremonger, nor unclean person, nor covetous man who is an idolater hath any inheritance in the kingdom of Hamashiach and power. All right. So if you have those attributes on you, you won't, you basically, you're not fearing the Lord. All right. And we are commanded to fear the Lord, man. We are to fear the Lord, Yahweh Shem El Shai. All right. This is this is Ecclesiastes chapter 12 and verse 13. It says, let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear Yahweh and keep his commandments, for this is the whole duty of man. All right. And that fear goes into reverence. It goes into respect. Like whoever this Hunter B is, respect can be everything, and respect is everything, especially to Yahweh Shem El Shai. All right. And that reverence and that respect to the Lord, man, all right, is gonna get you a long way. All right. This is Psalms chapter 34 and verse 6. The point is in 9. It says that this poor man cried, and Yahweh heard him and saved him out of all his troubles. The angel of Yahweh Shem El Shai encamped round about them that fear him and delivered them. All right. If you fear the Lord, you're going to do what it is that the Lord said to do. All right. So if you fear the Lord in the times of trouble, the most ridiculous time that's about to come about is that time of the MOTB. If you fear the Lord, because you've been told and you heard that the MOTB is the RFID chip, if you have that respect and reverence and fear for the Lord, you're not going to take it. Okay. You're not going to take it. And you will be delivered. The Lord's going to deliver you. Just watch. I'm reading what the scripture's saying. I believe in these scriptures. All right. So it says, verse 8, it says, "Oh, taste and see that Yahweh is good. Blessed is the man that trusteth in him. Oh, fear Yahweh, ye his saints." And the saints are, Israelites. And on top of that, the saints are the elect. Okay. So the elect, those members of the elect are going to fear the Lord. It says, "Oh, fear Yahweh, ye his saints, for there is no want to them that fear him." So if you have that respect, that reverence for the Lord, then you'll have all the things that you need, right? Because it says here, there's no want to them that it's like it that fear him. All right. And that word want, all right, is lacking. All right. In my footnotes, it says lack. So if you fear the Lord, you won't have any, you will not be lacking anything. Okay. All right. You will not be lacking anything. You go to Job. All right, this is Job chapter 28 and verse 28. "And unto man he said, Behold, the fear of Yahweh, that is wisdom, and to depart from evil is understanding." So the Lord, as we're gonna get here in the Apocrypha, the Lord created wisdom, and wisdom is given to those who the Lord wants to have it. Okay. But where's it at? Is this it? No. It says wisdom is the fear of the Lord is wisdom, right? So if you fear the Lord, you're going to be wise. And what is wisdom? What comes with wisdom, or what does wisdom come from? Wisdom comes from keeping the commandments. All right. This is even though we can't keep all 613, it's not even remotely possible. Okay. All right. But keeping of the commandments is wisdom. All right. And if you keep the commandments, you are not doing anything that's evil, all right, which shows understanding. Okay, so I'm going to read this Job 28 and 28 again. "And unto man, it's like you, and it says here, and unto man he said, Behold, the fear of the Lord, Yahweh Shemel Shai, that is wisdom, and to depart from evil is understanding." So those they coincide with each other. All right. To leave evil alone is part of repentance. To dwell within, or move, or act within the law, statutes, commandments, that's wisdom. Okay. All right. This is Sirach chapter 1 verse 1. It says, "All wisdom cometh from Yahweh, and is with him forever." All right. I'm gonna skip down. So wisdom comes from the Lord. So if the Lord wants you to have it, you're going to get it. Okay. So it says here, verse 6, it says, "To whom hath the root of wisdom been revealed, or who hath known her wise counsels?" All right. And wisdom is what? The fear of the Lord. And if you fear the Lord, you're going to keep his commandments, which is what? Departing from evil. All right. It says, "There is one wise and greatly to be feared, the Lord Yahweh sitting upon his throne. He created her and saw her and numbered her and poured her upon all his works. She is with all flesh according to his gift. And he hath given her to them that love him." And how do you love the Lord? You show the Lord you love him by keeping his commandments. You see how they all intertwine, the commandments, wisdom, and fear of the Lord. All right. It says here, verse 11, "The fear of Yahweh is honor and glory and gladness and a crown of rejoicing." Because guess what? At the end of the day, when it's all said and done, those that fear the Lord are going to get that crown of life. Okay. It says, "The fear of Yahweh maketh a merry heart, and giveth joy and gladness and a long life. Whoso feareth Yahweh, it shall go well with him at the last." And at the last, okay, we coming into the days of the last, okay, where it's going to be the end of this age, where Jacob's trouble is going to be going on World War III is going to be going on, and temptation from that MOTB is going to be going on. Okay, but if you fear the Lord, it will go well with you at the last, right? And what does that mean? Like we had read in Psalms earlier, you fear the Lord, you won't lack, you won't have any, you will not have a need. All right, the Lord will take care of all your wants, all right, and your needs, all right. So at the last, whenever it's Jacob's trouble, you're gonna eat, you're gonna be fed, you're gonna have clothes, you're gonna have a roof over your head, you're gonna be in a very you're gonna be in a good situation, okay, all right. But the Lord's gonna, he's gonna try us, right? It says here, it shall go well with him at the last, and he shall find favor in the day of his death. To fear Yahweh is the beginning of wisdom, and it was created with the faithful in the womb. All right, so I'm gonna do some skipping around. It says, to fear Yahweh is fullness of wisdom, and filleth men with her fruits. Verse 18, it says, the fear of Yahweh is a crown of wisdom, making peace and perfect health to flourish, both which are the gifts of Yahweh, and it enlargeth their rejoicing that love him. Skipping around some more. Verse 20 and 21, it says, the root of wisdom is to fear Yahweh, and the branches thereof are long life. The fear of Yahweh driveth away sins, and where it is present, it turneth away wrath. So sins come from transgressing the law. And what happens when you transgress the law? Death precedes, okay? But if you fear the Lord, the fear of the Lord is going to drive away sins. You're going to say, hey, I fear you. How about Shema Shai? I can't eat pork. I can't tell this lie. I can't commit adultery. I can't go in this store and steal. That's what driving away sin means, because at any point in time, Yahweh Shema Shai can just strike you down. Okay? All right? I'm going to read that again. The fear of Yahweh Shema Shai driveth away sins, and where it is present, it turneth away wrath. So we need to fear the Lord, man. All right? It's imperative for us to fear the Lord, because like I had stated, I think it's Romans 6 and 23, the wages of sin is death. All right? But the wages of fearing Yahweh Shema Shai, there's no death in that. All right? That's wisdom. That's wise. All right, so Lord will, you was edified. To the next time. Shalom.